People are usually not interested in knowing the daily life activities of the emperors in the past. Apart from the wars they waged, they had a typical lifestyle that was followed. History books often offer the accomplishments and failures of the famous rulers, but not about their personalities and how they lived their lives. Napoleon Bonaparte, the French statesman and military chief, born on the 15th of August 1769, led many victorious crusades during the French Revolution and French uprisings and became the ruler of France as Napoleon I from 1804 to 1814 and then again in 1815. This is how his daily life looked like. Napoleon's daily routine was inevitably tight. Every day looked the same. The manservant woke him up early and coffee was served in the bed. His personal attendants helped him shave and also bathed him. These attendants then helped him scrub using a bristle brush and smothered cologne on him before getting dressed for the day. This intricate process of sprucing up required around 2 hours each day. Dressing up. After taking a long hot bath, Napoleon's servants helped him dress up. They adorned him with a waistcoat over his shirt, tight-fitting pants and stockings, and then put on his blue Colonel de Grenadier uniform. This look would be finished off with a two-horned black-colored hat, which he wore sideways. But whenever he was traveling, he wore a round hat along with a velvet bonnet. During winters, he adorned himself with an oversized greatcoat to keep himself warm and fuzzy from the chilly weather. Work ventures. Napoleon, along with his secretaries and other officers, would work until the evening in his office. He was very stern about his work and took interest in everything going on. He would supervise every project personally and see through the functioning of the government. He even drafted the budget for the army along with the ministers and other secretaries. The organization and other activities relating to the army were done under his supervision. He even spent a lot of time visiting every region of France to speculate about the administration of that particular area. Dietary patterns. The emperor often had breakfast late, so when the weather was fine, he went out for a long walk or a horse ride along with Las Casas after being all dressed up. The breakfast was dished up in his bedroom, and in decent weather, he had it in his small garden of palace. Sometimes he had breakfast with one of his men Las Casas, Gorgerd, and Bertrand. He occasionally had visitors whom he met after breakfast. Lunch was served to him in his bedroom, which he had all by himself and sometimes with his charming wife. In the evening, he usually walked or rode in an open carriage with the royal ladies, but otherwise stayed near the fireplace reading books. This routine was often intruded by a hot steam bath that the emperor wished to take after the dusty horseback rides. It lasted for around 3 to 4 hours as steam baths relaxed the body. Dinners were the only meals which a king did not prefer eating alone. Everyone was asked to dress formally. The ladies were donned in gowns and their coiffures were carefully done. The generals and men in higher positions wore uniforms to the dinner. Everyone adorned their formal wear and gathered in the drawing room to wait for the king's arrival. Only the ladies were allowed to sit on the dinner table until the food was being served. Dinner was served in authentic china crockery. The tableware was decorative and had a touch of Italian handicraft in it. Along with the food, wine was served in exquisite crystal chalice. Chit-chat at the dinner table was restrained. People were allowed to speak only when the king was talking. The dinner usually lasted for around 40 minutes. After dinner scenes. As soon as the dinner was done, everyone gathered in the drawing room. Madame Montholon caroled French ballads in her sweet voice, followed by her peasantries. Napoleon read out plays, often tragic French dramas written by Racine or Voltaire. Other peasantries and royals were amused and took pleasure in the songs and dramas. Conversations in the drawing room used to be lighthearted and easygoing. Everybody used to enjoy the jovial evenings and took pleasure in the brief events irrespective of each other's status. The emperor used to twit around with ladies. Cards and chess was played by the men, which the king sometimes joined in. Usually around 11, all these activities came to a halt as the emperor withdrew. Napoleon would then go back to his bedroom to sleep after the retreat. He would sleep till 7 a.m. and continue his day-to-day lifestyle the very next day. That's it for today's video. Let us know what you think about Napoleon and his lifestyle in the comment section below.